So I want to use a subtraction formula to determine the value of 7 pi over 12. So I need two fractions that when I subtract them, I get 7 pi over 12. So what I chose was 9 minus 2, because 9 minus 2 is 7. So 9 pi over 12 minus 2 pi over 12 is 7 pi over 12. Now, when you think about the unit circle, 9 pi over 12 simplifies to 3 pi over 4. 2 pi over 12 simplifies to pi over 6. So those are the exact values that we're going to use. So we're taking our subtraction formula, and everywhere that we see an alpha, we're going to replace it with 3 pi over 4. Everywhere we see a beta, we're going to replace it with pi over 6. Now, once we do our substitution, the next step is to actually do the calculation. So the first step here, the reason we're subtracting these is to get 7 pi over 4. And now we put in our calculations. So one of my favorite tangents, 3 pi over 4, gives us a 1, but since it's in the second quadrant, it actually gives us a negative 1. Now, minus is part of our original equation. So then the tan of pi over 6 is radical 3 over 3. Now, when we go to the denominator, we've got negative 1 again, but it's negative 1 times radical 3 over 3. So we have negative radical 3 over 3. And of course, 1 plus negative radical 3 over 3 is really, we just take away the plus because it's 1 minus radical 3 over 3. Now, ideally, what we really want to make these clean up for us a little bit is to get a common denominator. So I'm going to rewrite the 1 and the negative 1 with a denominator of 3. So negative 3 over 3 replaces the negative 1, and positive 3 over 3 replaces the 1. Now I can write these all with a denominator of 3. So I have negative 3 minus radical 3 over 3 all over 3 minus radical 3. So positive 3 minus radical 3 all over 3 as well. And that's where we're going to change this. When we divide fractions like this, we multiply by the reciprocal. So I take our numerator times our denominator, but here we flip it. So 3 divided by 3 minus radical 3. And the nice thing about this is these two threes, 3 over 3 is just 1. So we're left with this numerator over this denominator. Now, to rationalize the denominator, we multiply by the reciprocal of the denominator. So 3 plus radical 3 over 3 plus radical 3. And notice, when you do this, you're really multiplying by 1. We're just changing the way it looks. So now we'll set up our double distribution. So for the numerator, negative 3 times 3 is negative 9. And then negative 3 times radical 3 is negative 3 radical 3. So the negative 3 did its job. Now it's time for the negative radical 3. So negative radical 3 times 3 is negative 3 radical 3. And then negative radical 3 times positive radical 3 is 3. When we combine those, we get negative 9 plus 3 is negative 6 minus 6 times radical